vlogs, but I figured if something interesting crops up, then I'm just going to do it, you know. There have been a few things that, you know, have kind of come up in the last 2 weeks, and I've sort of thought, oh, you know, I really should do a video about this, but some of it's just not long enough, and some of it's not important enough, but they're just things I want to share. So my first kind of blog thingy. Okay, this is big. I have been busting to share this all week, and God was so in this. But I'll start at the beginning. Last week, one of the worst things that could possibly happen, one of the worst things, it happened to me. One of my front teeth broke. Didn't just break on the end, it broke at the gum line. It just snapped off. I was, as you can imagine, devastated. Now, if you're a guy, you probably think, ah, yeah, it's just a tooth. But if you're a girl, you know exactly what I mean. It's horrible. The first thing that kept going through my mind was, this is going to be expensive, and I don't have the money. I just don't. I mean, it was going to cost, well, I'll tell you about that bit later. Anyhow, the other thing that went through my mind was, I'm not going to be able to do YouTube videos because I'm not going to be able to smile and have this big gaping hole in my mouth. Vanity, vanity, vanity. But if you're a girl, you understand. If you're a guy, shh. Anyways, one of the nurses took me up to the dental unit. And this is where it gets interesting. You see, the dental unit is not there for staff. They do not see staff. They are there for people in the community who, you know, are not financially able to see a dentist. People on welfare, people on pensions. But she took me up there anyway, and I was crying. I was in shock, and they took me into one of the dentists who told me, I can't save your tooth. And I just sat there and blubbered. And it was like the end of my world. And, but then he took pity on me. And he told me to sit down on the chair, and he was going to make my tooth look even better than it did before. Well, I didn't believe him because my tooth was not there anymore. But anyways, he did. He fixed it. It's some kind of a composite filling thing, and it's only temporary. But here's the bit that is just amazing. He could have told me, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You'll have to go to a dentist, a private dentist. And you know how much it would have cost me? Close to $1,000 to do what he did. And guess how much he charged me? Nothing. Zilch. Zip. How's that for God's provision? And it just amazed me. You know, I was so devastated, and I didn't know how I was going to be able to do this. And God just kind of stepped in and did it for me. If you remember in some of my one of my last videos, I talked about trusting God this year for the impossible. Well, that was one of the impossibles. And there are a couple of other impossibles that have also kind of taken root, little baby steps happening in 2 different areas of my life. Things that I never dreamed possible are happening. So you know, God is just amazing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Go away, paparazzi. You know, surrender to God doesn't happen just once. It happens every day. When we are a living sacrifice, it's an everyday thing. You know, I read that in my devotion, and it was kind of ironic because it was something that was happening with me. You know, last week was the amazing thing with the tooth, da 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 da. This week, it was, Lord, I'm hurting, do something, take the pain away. And then it was just surrendering to God, saying, you've got it. You've got control. Just do whatever it is that you have to do in me. And I just surrender it all to you. That's what I learned. Wake up and surrender. Wake up and surrender. I'm studying the book of Exodus at the moment. Love the book of Exodus. And this little bit just grabbed me. Okay, the Israelites are about to leave Egypt, and God tells them to go to the Egyptians and tell them to hand over their jewelry, all their gold and silver jewelry. And guess what? The Israelites get the jewelry. The Egyptians hand it over freely. And I thought, wow, this is how amazing our God is. He doesn't use violence. He is so powerful that he can make our enemies jump hoops for us. That's pretty cool. You want to know the coolest place to have a holiday? Melbourne, Australia. It's the only place on the planet where one day you could be wearing your winter clothes, freezing your little butt off. There's snow up on the mountains, and the next day the temperature's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and you just feel like you're going to die because it's so hot. Ah, Melbourne. Freezing one minute, really, really hot the next. Some of you won't understand that little joke, but Queensland as well. Well, that's it. I've done a blog. Although it's not really called a blog, I don't think. I think it's called a vlog. Why is it called a vlog? Oh yeah, video. video log. It's a vlog. So, I've done one. And I probably won't do another one. And then again, I might. And that's the beauty of this thing. That's the beauty of being a woman. You can change your mind at any time. I like that. So anyway, I've got another video coming up soon. So stay tuned. And if you see some furry little creatures, especially around the Hollywood area, you might want to tell them it's time to come home there, Mum. Mummy misses them. I don't want to talk about it anymore, so goodbye now.